Welcome back to Showreel. I'm Lee Leng Chin. In the latest Star Wars Episode 7 news, it's rumoured Ewan McGregor will be playing the Force ghost of Obi-Wan Kenobi, opposite the ghost of evil Emperor Palpatine, again played by Ian McDiarmid. The script is becoming problematic for Disney and its writer Michael Arndt, as shown by the studio's big no reveal at the D23 summit last weekend in Anaheim. The pressure is really on the entertainment giant to deliver this trilogy after less than spectacular critical performance of Episode 1, 2 and 3 of the space opera. There is a new Beatles doco coming out titled Good Old Frida. It tells the story of Frida Kelly, who was the secretary for the band for the total of the 11 years and the roller coaster ride that they took her on. Featuring a rocking soundtrack with Carl Perkins and Little Richard, amongst others, it should be here by the summer. Unforgiven is being remade, but not by Hollywood. The 1992 Clint Eastwood classic is going to Japan and being reimagined as a samurai flick for the local market. Cowboys and samurais have long had a history of interchangeability, most notably for the Magnificent Seven samurai transplant of the 1960s. Thor is to get the IMAX 3D treatment in what is seen as a coup for the Aussie-starred movie. Disney has announced that The Man with the Hammer is going immersive in what will be remastered for a worldwide release on the mega screen format. It's expected by the end of the year. Woody Allen has a new film out titled Fading Gigolo. It tells the story of the New York florist who pimps out his friends to the lonely rich women of Gotham. Written by and directed by and starring John Turturro of Barton Fink and The Big Lebowski fame, the drama should be here by the end of the year. And that's the news.
My lords, my ladies, today we bring you trivia from the theatre. Our first round is called To Be or Not To Be.
That's absolute gibberish.
No, it isn't. Right, round one. You can't go past stage without mentioning the immortal William Shakespeare. He is one of the most popular playwrights of all time, so popular that a number of his works have been adapted for other cultures, like the Japanese kabuki version of Hamlet and even a Zulu version of Macbeth. Speaking of adaptations, can you tell me which of these Shakespearean plays these movies are based on? Warm Bodies, the zombie rom-com of 2012.
Don't know Warm Bodies.
I did not know this was a Shakespearean adaptation.
Zombie Rampage. I don't know.
Zombie
I know
Rampage
there
by
are a lot of
Shakespeare.
really interesting ones. I don't want to. Once you finish the question, I might say some, but yeah, I don't want to ruin any more of them. I know there's some really interesting. There are some really interesting adaptations.
Well, apparently it's Romeo and Juliet.
Oh well, that's obvious. How did I not get that? Yeah.
Okay. What about She's the Man?
I know. Oh, I know this one, but I can't actually remember it.
Is that the
Could be
one?
a comedy of errors.
Is that the one where the girl pretends to be the male football player?
Yeah, it's the one starring Amanda Bynes.
Bynes,
Yeah, Trainwreck Amanda
From
Bynes.
2006. Yeah. It's The Twelfth Night.
Yeah.
What's that play about?
They swap
They swap
gender roles.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the man becomes a woman, the woman becomes a man. I believe so. It's been a long time since I've seen it.
No, I actually saw it last year, but I can't remember it whatsoever.
Well, here's an easy one. The Lion King.
Oh, that's Hamlet, isn't it?
Yes.
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 I know my Disney.
And for bonus points, does anyone know what plays the other two Lion King sequels are based on? The Lion King 2, Simba's Pride, and Lion King 1.5.
Okay, maybe.
Unfortunately, I haven't seen any of those films.
I don't know my Disney that well.
It's Hamlet 2, Simba's Pride. No, it's not. It's
Hamlet 2.
It was Romeo and Juliet. Apparently, it's Lion King 2, and Rosencrantz and Guildenstern are dead. Apparently, it's a Tom Stoppard play about minor Hamlet characters.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. It's a hilarious play and film.
Wow.
I haven't even heard.
I
of
haven't
that
heard of that one. Wow.
Well, I haven't heard of many plays. But
Yeah.
Okay, your question.
Cool. Can you tell me what was unusual about the actor who played Yorick in the 2008 Royal Shakespeare Company production of Hamlet? And he was actually starring alongside David Tennant. Matt?
You look like you're about to say the answer.
Funnily enough, I actually knew the answer to this question, which I was very
Unusual
impressed
is
with.
that he was
Yeah.
alive and not just a skull.
That's the
Holding
great.
his
That's
head.
the great thing. Yorick was actually a human skull from a Polish musician named Tchaikovsky, who loved Shakespeare and the theatre so much that he donated his skull to the Royal Shakespeare Company, asking that it would be a prop on stage. So normally they're just like plastic or something, but this was actually a real human skull, which was pretty cool.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Tchaikovsky's skull.
It's pretty interesting, exactly.
Was
yeah.
it just a skull or the whole head?
No, just the skull.
Okay, that's...
Just like have the whole human body just like, I can't remember the line, but just blah, blah, blah. Might be a bit heavy. We've got some more theatre questions. In theatre, what are Juliets?
What are they?
What are Juliets?
The people who play Juliet in a play. I don't know.
Flowers?
No, actually, well, I'd say it's close, but you're probably the closest. Yeah, Matt just had no chance. They're actually the balconies in the theatre, due to the famous balcony scene in Romeo and Juliet.
Okay, well, there's a lot of strange theatre terminology out there. How many do you know of these ones?
I actually met a person whose family would, in Verona, his family for generations were the keepers of that balcony that was meant to be Juliet's.
Wow,
That's cool.
that would be a
I mean,
really
it's a real
cool
place.
job.
He's also a filmmaker.
Yeah, that would be a really interesting job.
Do you know what a vomitorium is?
I've heard this one, but I can't remember. Is it like the music pit or something like that, or?
I believe it's from Roman banquets.
See, that's a myth that it's not actually a place where people vomit. It's just a passageway to the rows of seats in a theatre.
So it's not actually the aisle. It's
Maybe
the
people
vomitorium.
vomited there. I don't know. If it's a really bad play, they just left to go vomit in the aisle. I don't know.
We've got some bit more weird theatre mythology. Finally, in theatre, who is George Spelvin?
George Spelvin, not George Spielberg.
No, George
Sorry.
Spelvin.
I know. Have you heard of him before?
I didn't know this one, but it's a pretty interesting one.
Is it somebody who's changed their name?
Close, very close, yeah. It's actually the traditional theatre pseudonym given to actors who want to remain anonymous. But the really interesting thing is the female version is called Georgetta Spelvin.
Right. Fair enough.
Yeah, I really did not know that much about Shakespeare, no.
I don't know that Shakespeare would have used it.
No, I'm not really sure. Well, I think we have to take a break now. But stay with us and we'll be back with a review of Elysium.